Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Anybody Can Do. Today we will discuss about how to create an excellent outreach proposal. Same as the essay questions in the initial application, we write an essay to answer that questions, and same as in outreachy, we have questions like 5 to 6 questions and we have to answer them as a part of proposal. But for that, I suggest you all to make a Google Doc and write your answers on that doc, share with your mentor and the community before submitting it to the outreachy. Take a review from your mentor, like whether this proposal or this answer needs any changes or not. Give them a comment, assess. If your proposal needs some changes, they will ask you and you have to replace it and do some changes in your answers. And when they give you a green flag on your proposal, like your proposal looks good, and at that time you will copy paste that answers from your Google Doc to outreachy answers and then submit your final proposal. This is all what outreachy proposal be like. And you all guys are also asking me whether we have to make a proposal after the initial application. But no, if your initial application will be approved, then you have to do some pre-contributions or select the project, interact with the open source community about the project, and then you have to do contributions. And at the before 1 week or 2 weeks before the deadline of the pre-contribution, you have to start making your proposal, share it with your community, and then in the last week or the 2-3 days before, submit your outreachy proposal. That's all. You will create a proposal if your initial application will be approved, and you have to done first pre-contribution, 1 or 2. It will depends upon you, your capabilities and your skills. Now let's get started. What were the questions we were asked and how to answer that questions in a good way, so that it will increase your selection chances. So let's get started. This is my outreachy proposal. I will show you this all my answers, that how I write the answers, what were the contributions that I have done at my time. So our first question is experience with this community. In the bracket they also explain the question like, please describe your experience with this free software community and the project as a user and as a contribution. Mainly while doing the pre-contributions, you will interact with the community and your mentor. You have to write your experience in this answer. What do you feel as a contributor or as a user about this open source community, like about the community members, and you how you interact with this community, and whether all are helping you in the project or not, how did you do your pre-contributions. So everything includes in this answer. At my time, I was the first time contributing to a real world open source project. I have never contributed before the outreachy to any open source project. So I write all that. You can also read my answers by pausing the video. I interact with my community on IRC and on the mailing list. Pulko Mendy was my mentor, and he guides me a lot about to do how can I do pre-contributions. So the first thing that I want to mention in this, pre-contributions are not like you have to do only the coding contributions. You can also do some documentation work. For me, my project was Haiku. First of all, is an open source operating system which is under development, and in this my project was to unify the input preferences. We say the input preferences like mouse, touchpad, key map and keyboard. all the dialog windows are separately, and I have to put it in a one dialog box from where the user can select the settings and yeah, use input preferences like that. My this is what all my project was. Yeah, writing or I just simply say my project was unify input preferences, but when I actually start my working on it, it's not like that easy. So I write like my what is my project and how I contributed and what were the contributions that I have done. I started the interaction with the community on IRC, and so far I made the 3 pre contributions before the submitting my proposal. And I write like which platform does Haiku use to share the code, and how I learned so many new things like Gerrit. Gerrit is an we can say is a thing where we can share our code, or the community will work and commit using the Git. Yeah, so this is a new thing for me to learn, and first I learn Gerrit, I run the Haiku projects, and I understand the code, how the code works or not, and then I step to do some little bit pre contributions. So in Haiku there is necessary to add your name in the file. Here is given in SRC apps. So this is my first contribution that I have done. Next, my second contribution was I have to compare, like my mentor suggests me to make a documentation how the input preferences in Haiku different from the input preferences in Windows and in Mac. So this is my second contribution. I create a doc like this way, touchpad, I added the screenshots and I added the pros and cons for every input preference. Here you can see like what were the things needed in the Haiku as compared to Windows and Mac, or what are the things that I as a user don't like in Mac or Windows. I write everything in my documentation. So this is also part of, not a part, this is also my second contribution. And the one thing, I have an habit to write a blog if every day when I was a part of internship or any included in a any project, to write my daily diary, and at the night I write all the updates, all the points that I have done in a day. So this is a good habit, I would say. You all have to do that. This is my blog post, like I mentioned the links of my WordPress blog that I was writing at the time of my outreachy, like how outreachy day one span, or how I start my contributions. And my third contribution was to disable the touchpad. So this is all I covered in my first question, my experience as a user with the community, how I interact with them, what are the pre contributions that I have done, and what are the things that I have learned from my mentor, from the community, and the new things, all just whatever I have done in the initial days, I put it in this answer. Now the second question is experience with other communities. So here we have to explain what were the experiences with the other communities. Other communities, we say, like in my college there is a Google group like a great developers run by our civil professor. I was a part of that group, and so many other like I have worked with the FreeCAD also. So these all are the other communities, and I write everything in that, like I was a part of great developers, or the projects we done work before the outreachy, what were we have done till now to gain our skills or to polish our skills, any project you have done in your school life, in your college life. So this is all experience with the other communities. We can't say like if you work on a loan management system, we write that, because loan management system is not a community. If you do work under any particular community, then write the experience about that. Otherwise you can say, if you never worked before, you can simply write that you haven't worked with any other community. I work with great developers and FreeCAD. Here is my blog. What were the tasks that I was doing in that group, images and my blog posts. So I have done little bit work with Blender and Hacktoberfest event. We all are doing Hacktoberfest and take the goodies, Digital Ocean. And yes, I also mentioned that I also participated in Outreachy but didn't get selected first time. My application was approved in the second time, because at first time I don't have 42 consecutive days to work on my project. So I also included that information. And now the third question is relevant projects. Again, there in the above question we have to write the experience with the other communities, and here we have to write what were the projects that we have done in our school, in our college, to polish our skills. So I mentioned my all the projects with the code links on the GitHub and my blog post. So my first project is FreeCAD. I am learning FreeCAD, programming with Python. I am creating a 3D objects. I created a model of my house and some bishop model, concrete drum models. So this is all. I have written a small project with the Flutter, like what I have done at that time. I created a calculator using a Flutter because I have a craze to learn the new things. So that's why I have done a lot. And then Python, CGI and PyQt. I have write all that with my blog post and the code and the link of the GitHub where I put all my code as a backup. And fourth question we have, it's an optional question. If you want to answer, then give answer, otherwise you can leave blank. So the fourth question is, please describe which Google Summer of Code communities and projects you are applying for and provide a mentor contact information. So if you remember, in the past or in the last 2 or 3 weeks ago, I upload a video on a basic trick how to get selected in one international internship, GSOC as well as Outreachy. So here this is the question. Outreachy asks us, if you apply in a Google Summer of Code in the same timeline, then which project you are applying for, and you have to provide the contact information. So at my time, my mentor Pulko Mendy suggests me to apply in the same organization with the same project in the GSOC 2. So I write it that I applied in the Haiku organization, and this is the project. My mentor was Pulko Mendy. In GSOC, again the mentor was Pulko Mendy, and in Outreachy I have a same mentor. So this is what I have written the answer of that question. Now again the optional question, community specific questions. So this is an optional. I didn't answer that question. Basically this question is for, sometimes open source communities ask a student for specific questions, like whether he or she have a work visa to work on that place or not, and the other questions related to student college life, and so many other questions. I didn't face any that kind of thing, so I leave this answer blank. And now the last question and the main question is question number 6. We have to explain and make a timeline for our 3 months, how we will work on our project in next 3 months, and how many days we take for a particular part. And now I am reading the question now. Outreachy internship project timeline. In the bracket they have explained the question. Please work with your mentor to provide a timeline, because at the initial time you don't know the exact code, right? The whole code for the project you don't know. So but your mentor have some idea, because he or she contributing to this organization from a long time. That's why Outreach suggests students to plan a timeline with your mentor. So in the timeline and in this answer, I explain everything project detail, like what is the existing problem, that I will work on that problem and give the solution. So I have explained the existing problem, proposed solution, like how I will solve that problem. Here are some screen mock-ups that I have made to show Outreach that in my community, like this way I will solve the problem. Here are the mock-ups that I have created to show the proposed solution from my side, and then I write the architecture of haiku code, a little bit of haiku code that I understand at my time. So I explain everything with the file name and give a little bit description about the code here. And now the timeline gets started. So in the timeline, for example, in the 3 days I will do connected with the mentor what I have did before the at the time of my pre-contributions. Like 3 days I spent connect with the mentor on IRC, and one day for 1 day I compiled haiku and get the code with the blog post. Here you have to write each and every step regarding to your project and the number of days you are spending at the time of pre-contributions and at the time of your internship if you get selected for the 3 months. So this is what how I created my timeline at my time. I will also give the link for this doc in the description. You can follow that. So this is all about how to create the Outreach proposal. Hope so you guys like it, and if you like, yeah, now one thing more, in the time availability you have to explain everything, like how you will count the 40 hours per week, how you will work 40 hours per week on your project. You have to explain each and every hour, like how you will be managed for 2 hours or 3 hours in a day. You have to explain everything. I forgot this thing before, so that's why I tell you guys now. So at the end, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, share with your friends so they can also get the benefits. Thank you.